Like, have you ever thought of committing a suicide by stopping to breathe?
No.
Is it possible?
No.
It's in our genetics. We cannot stop breathing.
Correct.
What is truly connecting you to the present?
Hmm.
It's your breath.
Correct.
It's the only thing happening in the present. I have some background in philosophy also. So eventually everybody started talking about meditation by the end of it all, especially in Vedantic philosophy. सब बोल रहे खुद करो, खुद देखो और जान जाओ. I'm like, what? See, rock balancing is a very profound way of connecting with your surroundings. You sit down with those rocks and you balance those rocks. You are dealing with the unseen forces that guide us. You hear everything and nothing at the same time.
It makes a lot of sense, even with this amount of information, why you are into what you are. Because I have no clue how to start this podcast.
So let's just not start it. I think maybe
Huh.
perhaps let's just dwell into it.
Yeah, let's just roll into it. So
Roll into it.
first of all, I'm extremely happy that we are on ARI. This has been one of my favorite places in the city for as long as I can remember.
This is my natural habitat in Pune.
Definitely. Ever since I've been back in India for like whatever, just over a month, I have not come here. So this is the first time I've come here in years.
No, it's a privilege. In most cities, you don't find a place like this, where if you go out, perhaps you have to spend 500, 600 bucks
Yeah,
to just sit somewhere and have a good time.
exactly.
But you can always park your vehicle and walk for about a kilometer or a half,
Yeah.
and you get this beautiful.
The scenic views
Yeah.
of ARI. That is what I missed in the UK because there's not a lot of nature there. So
All of it is out of the cities, perhaps.
Correct.
I'm not sure.
There's like countryside.
Countryside,
It'll be
yeah.
a few parks in the city,
Hmm.
but it's not the same.
Hmm.
So having such a beautiful place just for you whenever you want is a privilege, I feel.
Correct.
Today the whole point of this podcast is for me to learn a skill that you have now mastered, which is rock balancing. We are surrounded by rocks. This is
Correct.
a skill that I find incredibly interesting because it is so simple but not easy. So I want to talk about how did you get till the point
Hmm.
of okay, I'm going to learn this skill. What was the process before it? What shaped your mindset to reach that point?
I don't know where to begin, but I guess we'll start with Vipassana story. I'll just give a little bit of a background about myself. So I'm the kind of a person, whenever I like something, I get consumed by it. And I discovered rock balancing in 2024 Jan.
Right.
But I wasn't doing it then.
Correct.
I was only looking at various videos and cribbing about why is nobody teaching this? I want to learn this art form. And I was looking for a good opportunity, but it did not show itself. So I made an effort. I tried to connect with the global rock balance community, and I was in talking terms with some of the finest balancers in the world.
Wow.
But I did not really try my hands on rock balancing until June.
Okay.
June 2024.
Right.
So how did I start? So let's go a few months back. See, I'm a very avid trekker.
Right.
Very proud of that because I'm a true Punekar, I can say.
Yeah.
As far as exploring Pune geographically is concerned. That might offend a lot of people of the land. My wife included. And Sahyadris, I feel like I'm at home when I'm in Sahyadris. So I have been to around over 30 forts.
Right.
And in monsoon, we go very often to Kataldhar waterfall, Kalu waterfall. These are some of the most popular trekking destinations during monsoon.
Right.
So I have a very deep connection with nature and music. I am into music. I started practicing music when I was 3 years of age.
3 years.
And I play all sorts of string and wind instruments. But I play I'm married to Basuri.
Oh, nice.
And I also teach the art of playing flute. एक तर तो background आहे. Second is trekking.
Correct.
Third, I'm an architect by formal education,
Right.
by formal design education, and being an architect, I've seen that we learn such extravagant concepts in college:
Right.
minimalism, deconstructivism, biomimicry, and we
Yeah, yeah.
barely practice it
That
once
is
we
true.
start working. So, job became way too mundane.
Right.
I gained a lot of weight. I wanted to quit, so I went for it. And around that time, I was also running a trekking community.
Okay.
So I was able to make a living for myself
Right.
and be independent while not having a job, which is the tough part. But
Correct.
never really thought of becoming a creator, an Instagrammer, or a YouTuber. All these years while I was trekking, I wasn't making any videos or clicking pictures. I
Right.
was
You're just
hosting
in
people
the
on
moment.
treks. I was running a community.
Hmm.
So I got to trek with a lot of people, thousands and thousands of people. I've lost the count. So teaching became a second nature, and so did hosting.
Right.
uh, now this is half of the context. The rest half is my interest in philosophy,
Right.
and I have read a lot of जितना है उतना लॉट ऑफ नहीं है, ऐसे कुछ नहीं है. वेस्टर्न फिलोसफी, ईस्टर्न फिलोसफी, वेदांतिक फिलोसफी,
Right.
चारवाक, right from Frederick Nietzsche to Ajit Kesh Kambali.
Right. Right.
I've read them, but I understood what I could. But when it comes to life, it's barely applicable.
Correct.
So in 20, and eventually everyone talks about nothingness, शून्यवाद.
Hmm.
एक तो उसकी बात होती है, नहीं तो एग्जिस्टेंशियलिज्म की बात होती है कि दिस लाइफ हैज सम पर्पस,
Correct.
राइट?
And there is a lot of, it makes a lot of sense even with this amount of information why you are into what you are, because you have done things which need so much attention, which is something like playing a flute,
Correct.
and also things that not require, give you a lot of time to reflect and think about things that are not day to day, which is like trekking.
Correct.
You might be sitting on a mountainside looking at a beautiful scenery, nothing with wind.
Now there is a trekking company in every third lane.
Yeah,
Every Tom, Dick and Harry is running a trekking company these days.
correct.
But back when we used to do this, night treks were quite something.
Night treks.
Normally trekking was for very fit people or some sort of an army exercise kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But we were one of the first ones to start night treks in Pune.
Wow. Like K2S and everything.
10, 11 years ago. So it existed, but we made it popular.
Right, right, right.
So we were part of that change. We have seen 5-6 people to 500-600 people going on that same trek.
Wow.
Over a span of, let's say, a decade.
Wow. That is a big change, especially for trekking, because there's so much mental and physical investment in.
No, you see, being an architect, I understand why people trek. I understand why they would want to do it, because everything around you is designed as per your anthropologic and anthropometric data.
Could you explain
Available to exploit. There are roads you can walk on.
that? Right.
There are rooms you can live in. There are beds you can sleep on. Where's your evolution there? Right? You evolve only when your surroundings are not designed as per your convenience.
Correct.
So every step is a new one.
Right.
And it just so happens that worst of the people exhibit their best behaviors
Right.
in such contexts.
Like uncomfortable conditions.
Uncomfortable conditions, yeah. So it comes down to the concept of reciprocal altruism. You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Right.
Like if we are on a trek, and even if I have only half a bottle of water, and we know that we have to trek for the next 4 to 5 hours in the scorching heat of summer,
Right.
I would still offer you water,
Correct.
which I normally wouldn't care about.
Yeah. Because I understand what you're going through right now.
Because I don't know, it's very deeply ingrained. Like, have you ever thought of committing a suicide by stopping to breathe?
No.
Is it possible?
No.
It's in our genetics. We cannot stop breathing,
Correct.
even if we want.
Yeah, we can hold our breath,
Yes,
but not
we-
stop breathing.
And similarly, there is another thing called reciprocal altruism, which is ingrained into our very being.
Right.
It's the very essence of being a living thing.
Right.
That I'll reciprocate.
Correct.
and with the anticipation of reciprocation, I will also act.
Right. So you'll act accordingly so that you get that reciprocation.
Correct. So that's what I've noticed. That's what happens on treks, as far as I'm concerned.
Hmm.
I've seen horrible people at their best behaviors.
Hmm.
People I would normally not hang out with. Or
Right.
spend days and nights with them on treks.
Right.
And I've learned that everybody has something to offer in the right context.
Correct. You just see a different side of the person that you had a certain image of in your mind.
Yes. And after a while, I got bored of trekking because I've seen all these places in all different seasons. And yes, fresh air can get boring. Yes, walking.
You're
7-8
probably the
kilometers,
first
10,
person
15
that
kilometers.
has said that.
It can get boring when you do it for a decade.
That is correct, though.
It doesn't fascinate me anymore.
Hmm.
But I dearly wait for monsoons
That is true.
every year.
Sahyadris
And-
in the monsoon are a different beast.
And there are a few places I must visit every year during monsoon in Sahyadri.
Which is
Kataldhar waterfall.
right.
Um,
Where is
Kalu
this?
waterfall. It's in Lonavala.
Okay.
Very close to Rajmachi Fort. So when
Okay.
you're on the Rajmachi Fort, you see a waterfall in the front.
Yeah.
That is Kataldhar waterfall.
Okay.
Yeah. Then Kalu waterfall. I think it opened up to trekkers and tourists only 5 years ago.
Hmm.
I'm not sure how many years ago exactly, but lesser than a decade.
Hmm.
One of the finest waterfalls I've seen. One of the, like, you truly realize how small you are when you're witnessing it.
Exactly. Like that is something that I said. that is exactly the sentence I used in the YouTube video that I made yesterday in the script of that. That I went to this Devarai in Tamani Ghat, where there are two, like I think those are called blackboard trees. They're huge, like almost I think 100 meters. Like they're 100 meters, 100 feet.
No, 100 meters is a lot.
100 feet. So they're huge trees, and when I could pass through the gap in the base of the tree. Like I could walk through it with like space in the top of the bark, like the space, and it is just really humbling. Like we think we are like bioengineers, we can change anything we want, and then you see something like this, and you're just like, shut up, just like shut up for a second.
So there is this fantastic guy, Robert Sapolsky. सबके कोई ना कोई सदगुरु बाबा होते हैं. तो हमारे apparently happen to be scientist. I think he's neurobiologist and a teacher at Stanford.
Right.
So I really love what he has to say about life, stress, human behavior, and I've learned a lot from his lectures.
Correct.
So you should really try it.
Definitely.
Being a person of wildlife
Hmm.
and having a keen interest in biology, zoology,
Yeah.
and evolution, he has a very beautiful take on every subject.
Correct.
Anyway,
What does he focus on?
he's a teacher, so his thesis was about primates. So he lived with primates,
Okay.
very different types of primates, and he did researches on them, and he tried to understand. In his thesis, he did a lot of work, significant work. I'm not exactly sure what that work is, but he has written a beautiful book called Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers. It's a must try. Then there's another called Behave.
Right.
So he speaks about human behavior, animal behavior, why a certain particular somebody, why a certain somebody does something,
Right.
what triggers it. So how we need to be stressed.
I don't know if people can hear this, but there are like a bunch of babblers
Yeah.
just shouting at the top of their lungs here.
Fucking gangsters.
Yeah, they're trying to mob us.
Bird kingdom.
They try to mob us, but they're like, nay. Let them talk about life.
Anyway, getting back to our story.
Yeah.
So I have some background in philosophy also. So eventually everybody started talking about meditation by the end of it all, especially in Vedantic philosophy.
Right.
Like they say, first you meditate, then you'll understand things,
Yeah.
right?
That
then
is
you'll
the
understand everything
sour
you've
of
read.
life.
And I'm like, how do I even meditate? So there are different ways of doing it, and I tried those ways. Just so happens that when I'm meditating, I don't know whether I'm doing it or not. ध्यान हुआ है नहीं हुआ है, I don't know. और अगर हुआ भी है तो कितने समय के लिए हुआ था. There is no way to track it.
Correct.
प्रमाण ही नहीं है ना.
Right.
अगर किसी चीज का प्रमाण ना दे सको, चालेल ना हिंदी मराठी इंग्लिश. हाँ. सो अगर आप किसी चीज, बिकॉज आई थिंक इन हिंदी, सो अगर आप किसी भी बात का प्रमाण ना दे सको या प्रमाण मांग ना सको,
Right.
तो उस बात में विश्वास होना मुश्किल हो जाता है.
सही बात
है ना. जैसे ध्यान हुआ नहीं हुआ, हुआ तो कितने देर हुआ, किस लेवल का हुआ, क्या क्वालिटी थी,
राइट,
इससे मुझे क्या फ़ायदा हुआ, कोई नहीं बता रहा है ये बातें.
करेक्ट.
सब बोल रहे खुद करो, खुद देखो और जान जाओ. व्हाट? ओके फाइन.
I can't tell you. It's an experience.
It's an experience and it's subjective.
Correct.
I said, then why do you even call it meditation? Why are you even trying to give it a
Yeah.
name?
Why do you term it if there's no quantification?
But I was very keen on learning about it.
Correct.
So I gifted myself meditation on my birthday last year on 2024. I decided I'm going to go for a Vipassana Shivir.
Okay.
In Vipassana, what happens is you are at an ashram for 10 days. You eat once a day.
Right.
They give you some snacks in the evening, but it's as good as nothing. You cannot use your cell phone. You have
Right.
to practice Arya Mौन. So Arya Mौन यानी आप किसी से बात भी नहीं कर सकते, किसी के आंखों में आंखें डाल के इशारे भी नहीं कर सकते. संपूर्ण मौन.
So it is just complete disconnect
हाँ,
with the
complete.
beings around you.
करेक्ट. जैसे बुद्ध का जो ज्ञान है, जिस प्रकार पाली भाषा में बुद्ध ने अपने फॉलोअर्स को वो ज्ञान दिया, तो सब लोग विश्व में जाके सब ने वो ज्ञान का प्रचार प्रसार किया और वो बदल गया ज्ञान. ज़मीन और लोगों के साथ साथ वो ज्ञान बदल गया. पर विश्व में कुछ लोग ऐसे थे जिन्होंने वो टीचिंग्स को उसी प्रकार से प्रैक्टिस किया जिस प्रकार से सिखाया गया और उसको प्रिजर्व करने पे ज़्यादा फोकस किया.
Right.
दैट लैंडेड इन इंडिया एज विपश्यना.
Okay.
हाँ. And this practice is based on the Eightfold Path of Buddha.
Okay.
It boils down to 3 aspects: Shil, Samadhi, Pragya. Shil
Right.
are certain rules that you're not supposed to lie, you're not supposed to steal, you're not supposed to impose yourself on your surroundings.
Correct.
Live in harmony with it. So you can't really keep a track of all these Shil. So that's why they just ask you to be in Arya Mौन.
Right.
Because if you're just going to shut up
Yeah.
for 10 days,
Correct.
the possibilities of you lying, stealing are very low. है ना. सो इसीलिए वहाँ पे आर्य मौन रखना होता है.
Okay.
उसके बाद में आप कुछ लिख नहीं सकते, कुछ पढ़ नहीं सकते,
Right.
आपने कोई काम नहीं करना है.
Okay.
हाँ. सो आपने एक्सरसाइज अवॉइड करना है, चलना अवॉइड करना है और दिन में 10 से 11 घंटे ध्यान करना है. उसमें
बाप रे बाप.
कुछ समय उसमें का आप सामूहिक ध्यान करोगे,
Hmm.
जहाँ पे आप दूसरे लोगों के साथ बैठ के ध्यान कर रहे हो,
Correct.
और कुछ समय के लिए आप अकेले ध्यान करते हो.
Okay.
और ध्यान यानी क्या, तो पहले 2-3 दिन तो सिर्फ बैठो, आंखें बंद करो, सांस आ रही है, सांस जा रही है, सांस आ रही है तो सांस को कंट्रोल मत करो,
Right.
सांस जा रही है तो सांस को कंट्रोल मत करो.
Okay.
साक्षी भाव से श्वास के धारा प्रवाह को विटनेस करो,
Okay.
साक्षी रूप से देखो, भोगो मत उसको.
Okay. Don't try to.
Don't try to unnecessarily experience it,
हाँ.
just witness it.
Right.
So what it did to me on the 3rd day was horrendous. I called my wife, I was crying, I said, I can't do this, please come pick me up, let's go home, this is not for me. And I had never been defeated in my life.
Right.
And on the 3rd day of my Vipassana Shivir, and that was
How long is Vipassana usually?
10 days.
10 days. Okay.
So this was my 3rd day,
Right.
and it was 26th February 2024,
Okay.
and 25th को मेरा birthday होता है.
Right.
And it was a disappointing birthday. And I was shocked by my disability to go quiet for even 3 days. I felt ashamed of myself because how could I fail at it, right? I had to do absolutely nothing. Just sit and
Exactly.
observe my breath. I couldn't do it for 10 days. Forget 10 days, I couldn't even resist. That night, I was, I was, I was in the toilet pooping. I took my phone out while I was at it, and I filled up the form for the next Shivir in April.
Right.
I have to do this.
Because the loss was so stark.
Yeah.
And-
ego पे आ गया यार.
Right.
नहीं, I can't. I
There's-
have to be able to do nothing. This is something very important.
Yeah.
Everybody important has done it before in some or the other form, and it has helped them. This is going to help me. Everybody keeps telling me that. Every book keeps telling me that. Every great person I admire keeps telling me that I must do this. And if it was this fucking difficult the first time, I want to see how much more difficult it gets next time.
Correct.
And this time I'll be ready for it.
Right.
But you never are ready for these things. Let me tell you, I went again. I completed the 10-day Shivir.
Great.
It was fantastic.
Hmm.
Now I know what Sadhguru is trying to say. Now I know what Osho used to say.
Right.
I see what they see.
Correct.
I cannot manipulate it or give it to someone, but I felt something. I'll tell you what I felt.
Mhm.
I'll tell you exactly what I felt,
Right.
what I experienced, and what meditation I think really is.
Right.
And I don't think it's subjective. I think it's pretty objective.
Okay.
I think it's applicable to everyone. Everyone is going to have that experience.
Hmm.
देखो हम विचार करते हैं
Yeah.
और ये मेरे अपने टीचिंग्स नहीं है, ये कोई टीचिंग भी नहीं है, इनफैक्ट ये मेरा अनुभव है.
Right.
मेरा अनुभव मुझे कहता है कि मैं जब कुछ विचार कर रहा हूँ तो मैं लाइट का एक स्पीड है यार और साउंड का एक स्पीड है. बाय द टाइम आई सी समथिंग इट्स इन द पास्ट, बाय द टाइम आई हियर समथिंग इट्स इन द पास्ट.
Correct.
व्हाट इज ट्रूली कनेक्टिंग यू टू द प्रेजेंट?
Hmm.
It's your breath.
Correct.
It's the only thing happening in the present.
Hmm.
So when you're with your breath, when you're present with it,
Yeah.
only and only then you are in the flow state.
Okay.
Only and only then you are in the present.
Hmm.
This is what I have learned from Vipassana.
Correct.
What was the process? Sitting in one place, observing your breath. सांस आ रही है, सांस जा रही है. फिर विचार आ रहा है और विचार ऐसा आ रहा है, अरे साले ने मेरे को ऐसा बोला था यार, अगली बार जब मिलेंगा तो इसको ऐसा जवाब दूंगा. What? I'm supposed to focus on my breath. Shut up. Then I'm just focusing on my breath again. Next time a thought comes, it comes after a longer period.
Okay.
And that period keeps becoming longer and longer
Right.
as you keep practicing it.
Correct.
As you keep following the rules, the duration of your observation
Hmm.
and mindfulness increases.
Right.
अब मन विचलित होके जाता कहाँ है? भूतकाल में नहीं तो भविष्य काल में, क्योंकि उसको ठहरने के लिए वातावरण वर्तमान में तो वो है नहीं,
Right.
सांस से तो वो जुड़ा है नहीं,
Right.
तो झक मार के पास्ट में जाएगा या तो फ्यूचर में जाएगा.
हाँ.
और विचार क्या होता है? राग और द्वेष का.
Hmm.
राग यानी चाहिए रे चाहिए रे चाहिए रे,
Right.
द्वेष यानी नहीं चाहिए रे नहीं चाहिए रे नहीं चाहिए रे, है ना?
Right.
यही दो चीज़ें हैं जो हमारे मन को व्याकुल करती है और व्याकुल करके लेकर कहाँ जाती है? भूतकाल में और भविष्य काल में.
Right.
और जब हम सांस लेते हैं तो सांस आ रही है तो मुझे वो रोक के रखना है, चाहिए रे चाहिए रे चाहिए रे, वैसा महसूस नहीं होता.
हाँ.
और छुटती है तो ऐसे नहीं लगता अरे छुट गई रे छुट गई रे. सो ऐसे उसके प्रति ना राग बनता है ना द्वेष बनता है.
Correct.
तो कहीं ना कहीं ये प्रमाणित हो जाता है कि अगर हम सांस पर ध्यान दें
Hmm.
तो हम राग द्वेष से मुक्त हो जाएंगे.
Right.
तो हम भूतकाल भविष्य काल के बीच में कहीं वर्तमान में जगह ढूंढ पाएंगे.
Correct.
अब वो जगह ढूंढ के आपको करना क्या है
Hmm.
वो आपके ऊपर है.
Right.
आपको रॉक बैलेंसिंग करना है, आपको बांसुरी बजाना है, आपको ट्रैक करना है, आपको सोना है,
Hmm.
बस वही ध्यान है.
Okay.
ध्यान किया नहीं जाता, ध्यान लगाया जाता है.
Right.
और ध्यान लगता कैसे है? वर्तमान में रह के, फ्लो स्टेट से.
Correct.
This is what I learned at Vipassana. The third day, I started experiencing something very profound but very simple.
Right. Which is?
ठंडी हवा अंदर आ रही है, गर्म हवा बाहर जा रही है.
Right.
उसके बाद नेक्स्ट एक्सपीरियंस ये था कि मैं उसको मेरे ऐसे नेजल ट्रैक में यहाँ तक महसूस कर पा रहा हूँ.
Hmm.
जैसे 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 सूरज ऊपर जा रहा है और दिन का समय बदल रहा है, मैं कभी मेरे लेफ्ट नाक से सांस ले रहा हूँ,
Hmm.
इनहेल कर रहा हूँ, कभी मैं राइट नॉस्ट्रल से इनहेल कर रहा हूँ.
Right.
कभी मैंने ध्यान नहीं दिया कि ऐसा भी होता है.
हाँ.
बट थ्रू आउट द डे आई कुड ट्रैक
Right.
दैट आई एम ब्रीदिंग फ्रॉम माई लेफ्ट नॉस्ट्रिल,
Now that you
फ्रॉम बोथ नॉस्ट्रिल्स.
हाँ.
I never paid attention to these subtle changes
Right.
that happen in our body. Then I could feel the sounds of digestion in my body.
Wow.
I could feel the presence of food in my body
Right.
throughout the system.
Correct.
I could feel the air going deep into my lungs,
Right.
which I don't think I've felt ever after Vipassana.
Hmm.
And the next stage, after 6 to 7 days, I pretty much lost my breath. I lost the track of my breath.
Right.
I
It
couldn't,
was just
I couldn't
automated.
tell whether it's inhalation or exhalation. It is something. I don't know how many times I'm doing it in a minute. I've lost the track of time
Right.
and I've lost the track of breath.
Okay.
And there's a very fancy word for it. It's called samadhi.
Oh.
I'm not saying so I don't want people to hate me for calling this a samadhi, but I don't know what else samadhi is if not this.
Exactly.
Absolute neutrality,
It is just the flow state.
the flow state. And what the great Buddha says, that when you're in the samadhi,
Yeah.
शील हो गया, शील का पालन आपने कर लिया, समाधि में आप चले गए. अब यहाँ से जो ज्ञान उजागर होगा वो प्रज्ञा रहेगी, यानी कि वो आपने अपने अनुभव से सीखा हुआ ज्ञान रहेगा
Right. जो अपने अंदर है.
जो अपने अंदर है.
You just don't know how to.
हमको सब पता है, हमें संबंध ढूंढना है. संगीत हमारे अंदर है. If I ask you to imagine a song, you will imagine the song in the same scale you heard it in,
Correct.
in the same BPM tempo you heard it in.
Yeah.
You'll imagine it in the timbre of the sound of the vocalist whose voice you heard it in.
Right.
How could you manage that?
Because I have
But
the
if I ask you to sing,
I can't do it.
so you'll have to find a relationship with a medium,
Correct.
be it a flute or your own vocal cord.
Right.
You'll have to establish that relationship.
Right.
You
To
have to
achieve
work on that relationship.
those results.
And then your interpretation will be just as strong as your comprehension. And that's how you learn about anything.
That is true.
See, there are fundamentals to learning,
Right.
and they're very objective.
Exactly.
May it be meditation, may it be learning meditation or anything else.
They're simple
all-
but not easy.
And all these vidhis and these types of meditation, there are different ways in which you can get there, and they're all objective ways. They eventually come to flow state.
Right.
फिर यहाँ से लोग अलग अलग जगहों पर जाते हैं.
That is the common point of learning
Hmm.
or being, I would say.
Now, some people become monks. Some people use it to increase their personal capacities.
I've heard of there was this podcast where all of these impressive people gather in a circle and they talk about stuff. It is an American concept where one of the guests was LeBron James, and he talked
You're
about
talking about that round table
yeah
podcast.
where like I think it was like Travis Scott,
Haan.
him, WNBA player. So it was like
Yeah.
like I love Travis Scott. So there's like different people who have done impressive things in their
Their
like
field of work.
niches. So LeBron James was talking about how he came back in finals that he was losing, and he was like that one certain game or those few games I was just in flow state. It was not, I was not thinking about okay now I'm gonna go here, this is the shot. He was just like I did it, and he said it himself that I can't, it's not on command.
Yeah.
It just happens. It just has to be the moment.
It's accessible though.
It is because of your description and what you've told us now. It is accessible, but I think it is quite fleeting, and
Correct.
it is not.
Right now, as we are talking, I just started looking at that branch.
Right.
That by itself is flow state. It may be very simple, but it got my breathing to come down to a level where I'm feeling relaxed,
Right.
neutral, and at peace.
Yeah.
While I was listening to you. So that's what happens when you're out there in nature. The settings and the contexts are as such that you tend to get into flow state, especially when you're by the seaside.
Yeah.
The sounds of the waters, the sounds of winds, those are the kind of sounds that get you into flow state very easily, which is why people have this innate urge to wander these days.
That wanderlust.
हाँ,
Hashtag wanderlust.
yeah, they're seeking something, they don't know what it is, but it's the flow state they're seeking.
Right.
Yeah. So, rock balancing. That's what this podcast is about.
Yes.
So after Vipassana, I was amazed. I understood the whole world, and I wanted to become an absolute saint.
Mhm.
And after 10 days, we were supposed to talk, and I felt like I don't want to anymore talk at all.
Yeah.
I can go into this moan forever.
Because of the flow state or
No, it does something to your mind.
Right.
मन बहुत निर्मल हो जाता है.
right.
किसी प्रकार का कोई झूठ आपने कहा नहीं है, किसी प्रकार की घिनौनी सोच आपके दिमाग में आई नहीं है.
Right.
इतने दिनों में आपने यू हैवंट इवन टच्ड योरसेल्फ. सो मन बहुत निर्मल हो जाता है.
Right.
मन निर्मल हो जाता है यानी किसी भी प्रकार की विकृति आपके मन में आती नहीं है.
Hmm.
अच्छा ही भाव आता है.
Hmm.
कोई आपको गाली दे दे तो आपको दया आ जाए उस पर.
You're like, क्यों भाई? Chill out.
हाँ, कि इसके मन में जीवन में कितनी पीड़ा होगी कि इसने इतने बड़े अपशब्द का इस्तेमाल किया इतनी छोटी सी बात कन्वे करने के लिए. तो ऐसा पूरा पर्सपेक्टिव ढूंढने लगता है मन.
हाँ.
और उसके बाद में फिर आप जैसे if a puppy is trying to cross the street, it will make you cry.
Right.
Because that's how delicate you are in that situation.
Correct.
Which is why most of these sadhus and babas, they have to completely they have to become hermits.
Right. They have to isolate themselves.
Yeah, otherwise they won't last. They will die.
Die because of the troubles
They
of the
wouldn't
world.
want to live in such a world.
Oh.
Yeah, it seems like a sacrifice, but it's not.
Okay.
They have changed their conditioning,
Right.
and now only mountains, rivers, temples
Right.
suit their requirements.
They provide the environment that they need.
But when we are living in this, जब हम इस भौतिक जग में सुख भोग रहे और सब देख रहे तो हमें ऐसा लगता है कि अरे उन्होंने अपने आप को इस सुख से वंचित क्यों किया. पर उनका जो सुख है वो अगर हम अनुभव कर सके तो हम समझ पाएंगे कि उन्होंने कुछ सैक्रिफाइस नहीं किया है. They have only gained.
They have gone only upgraded.
हाँ, they have only upgraded. जैसे मांस खाने का जो सुख है वो क्षणिक है.
Correct.
और वो तीव्र है. वो बहुत जोर से आएगी इच्छा चिकन खाने की, है ना.
Correct.
और वो खाओगे तो उतनी जोर से खत्म हो जाएगी,
हाँ.
है ना. पर मेरे चिकन या मीट या दूध ना पीने के और मीट ना खाने के वजह से जो दुख से कई जीव बच रहे हैं,
Correct.
उनके जीवन के सुख में जो मेरा कंट्रीब्यूशन है एज अ वीगन,
Right.
वो मेरे लिए ग्रेटर सुख है.
Right.
वो मेरे लिए एक लॉन्गर लास्टिंग जॉय या हैप्पीनेस है. हैप्पीनेस तो नहीं बोलूँगा मैं, हैप्पीनेस बहुत ही मतलब ओवररेटेड है.
हाँ.
I don't think there is an emotion called happiness.
Right.
It's just a phase that comes and goes.
Correct.
It's not. I don't think it's a profound emotion.
It is just that momentary validation.
It's
or-
nature's way of rewarding us. I think.
Yeah.
This
To
is
keep on
nothing
going
more than
like
that.
this is correct. Go on to it.
हाँ.
According to your mindset or what your environment
There is an
is.
algorithm to how our biochemistry functions,
Right.
and I think it plays a significant role in regulating moods,
Hmm.
hormones, happiness.
Correct.
But I don't think it's something to aim for. I don't think it's something to acquire.
Right.
There is something beyond happiness and sadness. Neither feels good nor feels bad. Feels strange, overwhelming,
Right.
and very enlivening. I don't know, enlivening. Is that even a word?
You can tell us in the comments.
Like it makes you want to live more,
Right.
longer.
Right. So it is. So that experience wants it kind of keeps
And it
you
makes you
wanting
want to
more.
live more, not for something in particular, just live,
Just for life itself.
just for life itself.
That is profound.
And imagine, how do you come back to Pune?
Exactly. From that mindset
How do I
of
come back to my wife? How do I cook for my family? How do I look after my pets?
yeah.
What is the point of all of this?
This is like a thought that I've had.
No, but I do love them.
No, I do
I'm
know.
not saying that I don't love my pets and my wife and my family and my friends. I do love them, but in that moment you don't love them. Trust me.
Right.
It's not like you hate them,
Because you've kind
but you
of
don't
gone.
want them. You have understood what is to aspire for.
Does it almost feel like being in your astral self?
I don't know what astral self is.
It is so basically I don't know if it is a real time meditational or any term, but my concept of astral self is from Doctor Strange in Marvel. Basically, when he submits himself to the Sorcerer Supreme, basically he used to be a doctor.
Correct. I know about
Yeah,
Doctor
yeah, yeah.
Strange. Yeah.
So when he goes there, he's like, I don't believe in you. Like,
Huh.
this is just a time pass, whatever. And then she basically pushes his soul or his being out of his physical body. And then he experiences a lot of LSD visuals.
So I don't know about this, but what Vipassana says sounds convincing. I'm
Right.
not completely convinced yet.
Yeah.
So once you do the Vipassana correctly, सबसे पहले तो आपको अनित्य बोध होता है.
Which is?
अनित्य बोध यानी कि सब भंगुर है, सब नश्वर है. वो आपको अपने अनुभव से ही समझ में आता है ध्यान करते करते.
Right.
अब वो मैं आपको स्पॉयलर्स नहीं देना चाहता. अगर आप कभी एक्सपीरियंस करना चाहो या फिर आप करना चाहो कभी एक्सपीरियंस, आई डोंट वांट टू गिव यू द स्पॉयलर्स.
Right.
पर कहीं ना कहीं आपको अनित्य बोध होगा. अनित्य बोध यानी कि सब भंगुर है, सब नश्वर है. तो हर चीज़ को सिर्फ साक्षी बन के ही देखो, भोगो मत.
Right.
उसके बाद आपको दुख बोध होगा कि जो चीज़ से आपको सुख मिल रहा है उससे भी आपको दुख ही मिलेगा इवेंचुअली.
Right.
इन
It's cyclic.
इवेंचुअलिटी. हाँ, आपका वो अंदर का रोमांटिसिज्म है जो उसको सुख समझने में आपको प्रेरित कर रहे हैं.
You're wishfully thinking.
और तीसरा होता है अनात्मा बोध कि आत्मा वगैरह कुछ नहीं होती.
Right.
माइंड है, सब कॉन्शियस माइंड है, सब कॉन्शियस माइंड है. अभी मैंने आपको एक कस के थप्पड़ मारा,
हाँ.
तो आप भी मुझे एक कस के थप्पड़ मारोगे. फिर मैं एक और थप्पड़ आपको मारूंगा.
हाँ.
फिर एक पॉइंट पे आप बोलोगे यार ये तो चलते ही रहने वाला है.
Hmm.
So you'll consciously choose to make a different decision. Perhaps you'll drink a glass of water. आपने आपका मन पानी पे लगा दिया.
हाँ.
वो आपका कॉन्शियस माइंड है, पर आपका सबकॉन्शियस माइंड अभी भी मेरी आंखों में आंखें डाल के मुझे घूर रहा है.
Yeah.
है ना.
हाँ,
उसकी तो
हाँ.
पूर्ति हुई नहीं.
Correct.
आपने आपके सबकॉन्शियस को इस प्रकार के विचारों का और भावों का जंकयार्ड बना दिया है. है ना?
Correct.
और जब ये जंक बढ़ते जाता है तो इंसान आत्महत्या करता है.
Okay. So when you pollute your mind with all of this.
You fill your subconscious with junk because you don't have access to your subconscious mind. You don't know how to release that junk
Yeah.
and make space for these things that we're talking about.
Right. Exactly. And
एक मुझे बहुत बड़ा सवाल था कि इंसान आत्महत्या क्यों करता है, क्यों, कैसे उसको लगता होगा ना मरने जैसा. तो इसका जवाब मुझे विपश्यना में मिला कि हम हमारे सबकॉन्शियस से जुड़े नहीं हैं और उसको हमने कचरा पेटी बना के रखा है.
right.
वो सब उसमें भर रहे हैं जिससे आप प्रेरित होगे. अब सबकॉन्शियस माइंड से जुड़ते कैसे हैं, तो वो इसमें आपको सीखने को मिलेगा.
Right.
और उसके क्या क्या लेवल्स हैं,
Right.
और जैसे जैसे वो लेवल्स में आप ऊपर बढ़ते हो आपका ईगो कैसे ख़त्म होते जाता है.
Right.
कैसे वो भी अपने आप में एक बहुत बेहतरीन अनुभव है जीवन का.
Yeah. Just like losing that built up
हाँ.
like मैं
अरे
ये हूँ.
मैंने कुछ लोगों को मिला हूँ, कुछ विपश्यियों को मिला हूँ मैं, जो बात भी करते हैं तो ऐसे नहीं करते कि हाँ मैंने ये अनुभव किया. नहीं, ये अनुभव हो रहा था.
हाँ. I was
They
just
speak like
audience.
that. हाँ, I was just like उनके भाषा में बदलाव आ चुका है कुछ इस प्रकार कि वो फर्स्ट पर्सन में बात ही नहीं करते.
Right.
अरे कम्युनिस्ट कंट्रीज में ऐसा होता है. यू आर नॉट सपोज टू कॉल योर सेल्फ आई.
Oh.
या यू आर सपोज टू कॉल योर सेल्फ वी.
I did not know that.
In some of the communist countries they have these kind of interesting things about their language.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that we should all turn communists. I'm also not saying that it's a good thing. I'm just saying that ऐसा होता है.
Right.
Communism, maybe we are looking for the welfare of the weakest. while the strongest thrives,
Correct.
right? But unlike capitalism, we are actually concerned and we care for pretty much everybody in the community, है ना?
Correct.
हमारे घर का फ्रेमवर्क भी वैसे ही होता है.
Right.
हम हमारे परिवार में कम्युनिस्ट होते
Right.
परिवार से बाहर निकलते ही
Capitalist.
कैपिटलिस्ट हो जाते, है ना?
हाँ.
तो बस ये सब मेरा अनुभव हुआ. फिर मैं घर आया और मैंने सोचा अब तो मैं विपश्ची बन गया हूँ. अब तो मैं तो भौतिक जीवन में रह के, शादीशुदा रह के, मैं अभी ये पूरा ज्ञान जो है इसको मैं पूरा अपने अंदर गहराइयों तक पहुँचाऊँगा और कुछ तो बहुत ऐसा बहुत एम्बिशियस हो गया
हाँ,
मैं.
हाँ, हाँ.
Started meditating 3 hours a day in the morning, 3 hours a day in the evening, every
Wow.
single day. I did it for a
Okay.
month and nothing really worked.
Right.
It wasn't the same.
Because you're not in that environment which
Mhm.
allows you to reach those depths.
Correct, and you cannot create that kind of environment.
Yeah. You have to do it like
Yeah.
every step has to be there. It can't be
Every step has to be there.
because if you're going to meditate for 3 hours, then
The-
look at your phone.
I
Doesn't
I
work.
I am telling you, these sadhus and these babas,
Yeah.
they haven't sacrificed anything by
Right.
leaving this world. The
They've just got rid
Yeah.
of their distractions. I feel.
distractions. Yeah. Obviously, when you gain something, you lose something,
Yeah.
and the greater you lose, ideally, the greater you gain.
Correct.
है ना? तो बस उसी प्रकार है. कभी कभी तो मुझे लगता है कि हम अभी भी गर्भ में ही हैं. We are still in the womb.
Right.
जैसे when you were in your mother's womb,
Hmm.
I don't know how developed our brain is. पर मन तो रहता होगा, नहीं रहता होगा, I don't know. रहता भी होगा, नहीं भी रहता होगा, पर एक ऐसा एक अज्यूम कर लेते कि शायद उस एंटिटी को मन है, बुद्धि है, तो उसे ऐसा लगता होगा कि इसके बाहर भी कोई दुनिया है.
Right.
उसकी अनुभूति उसको होती होगी. और फिर एकदम धड़ाम से वो निकल जाता है बाहर में and then starts crying.
Like, what is this?
The lungs get punctured. I don't know, there is somewhere some part in your lung gets punctured and then you suddenly start breathing
Yeah.
and then
You're like activated.
I'm in this new world. Maybe I
Yeah.
think that's what happens when you die. You get out of this womb, enter
Oh.
into a
Right.
Mm.
I think I had heard of this. Basically, it's just never ending. It's just a
we
cyclic.
don't know. See, we don't know.
Yeah.
But there's certainly something out there.
Yeah. The end might not be the end.
We, as much as we try to comprehend it, the more we'll lose it.
Right. It's like, yeah. I do understand
So
what you're
don't
talking about.
try to comprehend it. Just be observant.
Yeah. Be audience.
Be an audience to your suffering, to your joy. Samta bhav, equanimity. Equanimity is the word.
Right.
Become equanimous. When something very good happens, do not get excited.
Hmm.
When something very bad happens, don't be sad.
Hmm.
Or perhaps quantify it and be only that sad or that happy.
Right.
And that it doesn't make you lose your sense of self
Hmm.
and your sense of awareness. अब मैं कुछ ज़्यादा ही बड़बड़ कर रहा हूँ उसी विषय पे, तो हम वापस, मेरा ऐसा बहुत होगा. Please feel free to get back to the point.
That is fine because this is kind of the idea of the podcast. You talk about, because I don't want to. I will direct the podcast if it goes too out of line, but I don't want to police the conversation because you never know where you might end up. One point that might click.
Correct.
That might open up a different path of a conversation which I had never thought I would get onto. So that's why you're still quite there. You're still in that zone, the contextual part of rock balancing. So you're still there. So you're not deviated from the path.
So coming back to rock balancing,
Yeah.
how did I start doing it?
Right.
I got really upset that I couldn't live the same life I did at Vipassana.
Yeah.
I thought I lost it.
Right.
And when you have found something so profound, losing it also hurts a lot.
That is correct.
Creates a vacuum inside of you.
Yeah.
I tried to fill that vacuum by trekking again,
Okay.
because that was my comfort zone.
Yeah. That's what you need.
I started trekking again. While I was trekking, I also came across a few videos of rock balancing,
Right.
and I was very fascinated
Hmm.
by. So दुनिया ग्लोबल कम्युनिटी भी है, इंडिया में भी एक बहुत बेहतरीन रॉक बैलेंसर है, उसका नाम गौतम वैष्णव है.
Okay.
एक पॉन्टस जेंसन है.
इंडिया में एक ही प्रोफेशनल है. Like after
अब
you.
मैं हूँ ना.
After you.
After me, not after me.
Like apart from you.
He came before me. He has
Apart
been doing
from
it for a while now, and he played a key role in introducing me to this. It was because of his Instagram page I came to know something like this exists.
Right.
I never met him,
Right.
but got very inspired
Correct.
after seeing those videos कि इस प्रकार से भी पत्थर लगाए जा सकते हैं.
Right.
And like I said, when I see something and I like it, I get consumed by it. I reached out to the global community, started talking to every rock balancer in every country,
Right.
and I talked to them as much as I could.
Correct.
I tried to learn as much as I could. And learning is an objective process. I know the fundamentals of learning, how to
Correct.
learn anything.
Right.
But I wasn't ambitious about learning. I just wanted to know. I'm in general a very curious person. And like I said, I get consumed by what I think about. One fine day, I was at Harishchandragarh by the Kokan Kada.
Yeah.
We had trekked in the pre-monsoon period, post-April, pre-July. मई के दरमियान कहीं कभी तो हम गए थे. मैं पत्थर पे पत्थर लगाते हुए बैठा था ऐसे ही. I was just trying it out. I was just stacking those rocks
Right.
brainlessly, and it would fall and I'd be like, this is so stupid. Then I started balancing it in a manner that I had seen someone do it on internet,
Yeah.
like in a very intricate manner. Like the top rock is supposed to be a very pointy rock. It has to have one pointy end,
Yeah.
and one perhaps more geometrically shaped rock,
Right.
like a sphere or a hemisphere.
Right.
Started balancing it. 4 hours passed by and felt like 20 minutes. When I could do it, by the time I finished it, and there was this sudden rush to,
Yeah.
and I felt so excited. I clicked a lot of pictures,
Yeah.
and I tried, and I reflected on what I was going through. I checked the time. 4 hours had passed, and I couldn't understand what happened. It was like a time lapse.
Right. That is exactly what I was going to say.
हाँ, and ये करके देखते, ऐसा सोचा मैंने उस समय.
Right.
और मैं 5-5, 6-6 घंटे करने लगा ये.
Wow.
घर पे भी पत्थर लेके आता था. रात को नींद नहीं आती थी मुझे, मैं रॉक बैलेंसिंग करता था. 4-4, 3-3 घंटे रात को रॉक बैलेंसिंग, 5 घंटे दिन में रॉक बैलेंसिंग.
Right.
फिर उसके बाद में मैं लोगों से बात कर करके अलग अलग जगहों पे अलग अलग टेरेन ट्राई कर करके, क्योंकि अभी तो ट्रैकिंग किया हुआ है पूरा सह्याद्री में.
Correct.
पूरा सह्याद्री मेरा घर है. चप्पा चप्पा पता है मुझे.
हाँ.
पता है कहाँ कैसा पत्थर मिलेगा. बस वहाँ जाके टेंट लगा के 2-3 दिन बैठ के रॉक बैलेंसिंग करो पागलों की तरह. यहाँ ARA पे एक दिन कर रहा था.
Right.
एक लड़के ने मुझे देख लिया, गौरव. बोला आप कितना बढ़िया करते हो, मैं बैठूं क्या.
हाँ.
He became my first student.
Wow.
हाँ, I barely taught him. I only told him things I knew
The
from
basics.
the people in the community on internet.
Right.
I told him what they told me, and I think I guided him on the first day,
Yeah.
and I never really had to guide him. He is as good a balancer as I am.
Wow. His grasp was so good that he just
he,
got it.
he found a lot of focus in his life
That is great.
after he got into rock balancing. Like he's very particular about what he needs, what he wants. I have seen a serious change in him. He has been my first student.
Right.
No more a student. Now he's like a companion.
Yeah. I did see his balances on your stories.
Yeah.
By the way, if
in
you...
the last workshop, he balanced a spoon on a rock, and that was pretty crazy.
I can't even imagine that. I can slowly start imagining balancing rocks on each other. Spoon is something completely different. Also, if you want to check out Saurabh's content, it will be in the description below. So make sure you see it, because right now you're like, rock balancing, this and that. When you actually watch it, it is so interesting. So definitely check his Instagram out.
Thank you for that shout out.
No worries. Getting back to the point. So, also, one thing that I wanted to ask you about, now that you have said that 4 hours felt like 20 minutes, do you feel the pull towards that time dilation, or the change you feel in the passage of time?
No, I'm not seeking anything.
Okay.
Yeah, if I try to seek something, and I've always, this is a crazy art form. You can never decide what you want and then get it.
Right.
Or some people have that kind of approach.
Correct.
I also sometimes decide what I want to make and then make it,
Hmm.
but it is never the same.
Right.
It is never what I thought it was. It's always something different and hence original.
Okay.
So even if I try to copy someone, I will fail terribly at it,
Hmm.
and unpredictably I'll create something original.
Correct. Because you've gotten inspired over someone's
Hmm.
actions.
So now we crib about the lack of originality in art.
Yeah.
This is one art form where originality is inevitable.
Yeah. No rock is the same.
No two rocks are the same, and even if you balance them, they will never be balanced in the same manner ever again.
Right. So it's like every rock balance is like a fingerprint.
Correct. And what I was talking about is, you have, whenever you're balancing one rock onto the other rock,
Yeah.
you have to find at least 3 points of contact.
Right.
Anything less than 3 won't work. है ना, जैसे अगर मैंने ये पत्थर इस पत्थर पर रखा है तो यहाँ 3 पॉइंट ऑफ कांटेक्ट एस्टेब्लिश होने चाहिए.
Right.
3 से कम रहे तो वो गिर जाएगा, इट विल
Right.
फॉल. If the points of contact are more than 3, it will
Right.
not look so interesting,
Correct.
right? So if you want to live on the edge, then find those 3 points of contact, and that's when the flow state happens.
Right.
Because you're so focused, normally you're breathing 15 to 17 breaths in a minute.
Hmm.
In this case, you have to practice deep breathing,
Right.
and the duration of the breath increases, and the number of breaths become less
Right.
when you're trying to focus. Like you used to play PUBG, right?
Yeah.
वो स्नाइपर ऐसा स्कोप लगा के बैठा होता है, 8 स्कोप में कितना हिलता है वो.
Hmm.
You have to become so stable
Yeah.
to shoot someone in the
Exactly.
head.
Headshot चाहिए.
राइट. सो बस उसी प्रकार का होता है इसमें भी. वो 3 पॉइंट बराबर ढूंढने की, आपको पहला मिल जाएगा, फिर दूसरा मिल जाएगा, रखते से ही पहला मिल जाता है, दूसरा फिर थोड़ा स्ट्रगल करके मिलता है, फिर तीसरा ढूंढना होता है, तीसरा मिल जाता है, दूसरा खो जाता है,
Right. So
पहला
it's a
मिल जाता है, तो वो
constant struggle.
खोता मिलता रहता है, फिर वो मिल जाते हैं तीनों,
Right.
पर फिर भी वो बैलेंस नहीं होता है,
Okay.
क्योंकि ग्रेविटी का एक पाथ है.
Hmm.
So there are different types of balances, counter balances, arch balancing. I'm talking about contact balancing or single line balancing, wherein there is a path of gravity, and as long as every rock is in the equilibrium,
Right.
it will balance. But what does that mean? The moment has to be zero on all sides. What is moment? Newton meter.
Hmm.
है ना? What if I tell you that Newton, ठीक है, मीटर इनफाइनाइट हो गया,
Hmm.
मीटर का वैल्यू इनफाइनाइट हो गया, तो इक्विलिब्रियम में सेट हो गया.
Correct.
So when you're balancing rocks,
Yeah.
this is what you're trying to achieve.
You're trying to achieve equilibrium.
Equilibrium. You're trying to cancel the moment. And it happens after a while. It takes anywhere between 2 seconds to 20 minutes for me
Right.
to balance any given object onto any other. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 hours also. But
Right.
that depends how
Complex it is.
complex it is. If it's just 3-4 rocks, anywhere between 2 seconds to 20 minutes.
Hmm.
Also depends on your mood, how you're feeling in that moment.
Right. The reason why I'm like kind of gravitated towards
Hmm.
such topics is because since I've come back to India, there was a lot of like, unsettling thoughts. There were a lot of things that happened in the UK, which have younger me didn't really believe in spirituality, didn't believe in meditation, because you're just young. Like, why would you? And then things happen in your life. Life kind of slaps you, and then you're like, oh shit. So, after experiencing that unsettling feeling for let's say 2 years or like over a year, I kind of like started subconsciously looking for things that like settle my being down. One of the things that I do now, which my dad had taught me like 5 years ago, which is so there's a thing called graphology, if you know. It is the science of handwriting.
Okay.
So when you write something, however your handwriting, whatever it is, everything that you're writing, the strokes of your pen are releasing information about your subconscious. Whether you are, how confident you are, are you confident, are you like calm, are you chaotic, whatever it is. So my dad
It tells you the template of a person.
Correct. From literally their writing. They might not even try. They're like just writing and it'll just be there. You can see if someone's angry, they'll have a lot of angular handwriting. if they're calm and they're just chilling, they'll have a very circular handwriting. They'll write like nicely, lovey-dovey, whatever. So back then, I lacked focus, which I still do. I won't say that I'm uber focused, but my dad was like, "Look, do this thing, which will help you. Which is just you draw a concentric spiral. You start at a point, you draw a slightly big one, and then all you have to do is slowly draw a concentric spiral, which is the line should be as close to the other outer line as possible without touching it.
Okay.
And you just do that. There's no timing, there's no pacing, there's no goal ki 5 minute mein karna hai. You just have to do it consciously and stay there in your mindset. Like you just have to do that spiral. And I'm like, this is boring. I don't want to sit in one place and do this. Back when I was 20 years old. And now slowly as I'm getting older, I'm still not there. But without anyone telling me, I couldn't sleep, so I started doing that. So that is a kind of the reason, personally, selfishly, that I seek such art forms, because it kind of helps me out. So that is why when I looked at your Instagram, because I'll tell you how I found out. I have one of my old tuition friends' brother, Neil, posted a story about you.
Okay.
He saw this really cool thing. Like this guy was doing something really cool on ARAI. I'm like, what is he doing? Then I saw you're just trying to balance the rocks, and you're just chilling. There's nothing like when it comes to ARAI, I'm either finding birds, I'm running around, I'm probably doing something else. To me, ARAI is a place of activity.
Yes.
And with looking at that story, that video of yours, it became a different place that I had not experienced. And then I went on through your profile, saw all of your reels, all of your posts, and like, this dude is interesting.
See, rock balancing is a very profound way of connecting with your surroundings.
Right.
What do you do when you travel? You go to these tourist destinations in your car, you get out, you just look at things, you get back into those bloody boxes that take you to a fucking restaurant, you eat, drink, smoke. Again, you go to some next destination, get out of your car, see it, wow, click a few pictures, get inside the car, and then fuck off.
Yeah.
But has it ever occurred to you that there is a water body there, just jump into it?
Yeah, experience it.
Don't worry about things. And that's what we trekkers do more often.
Yeah.
We try to connect with our surroundings in a more profound way. Each and every time we try to establish a deeper connect with nature. Why? I don't know. What are we going to gain out of it? Don't know.
Right.
But there is always this urge. Whenever you're by the sea, you want to like really sit down and listen to the sound of the waters.
The waves.
Yeah. So when you are sitting with the rocks, when you go around looking for rocks, you get to see the terrain
Correct.
more closely. You get to experience the soil more closely, right?
Yeah.
And then you sit down with those rocks and you balance those rocks. You are dealing with the unseen forces that guide us.
Right.
And there is a certain soundscape to every location. You hear everything and nothing at the same time when you are in that flow state.
Right.
So this is one of the most profound ways of connecting with your surroundings, with nature.
Right. And I feel it is
And
much more
initially,
rewarding.
when I was trying to create this niche on Instagram, because it did not exist, everybody was doing it for themselves, by themselves, but nobody was really trying to create a niche as such. So my goal was that this is amazing, and it's strange that everybody is not already doing it. And I want to streamline this. I want to build a community, and I want to learn from people,
Right.
and propagate this art form.
Correct.
And if I can inspire, why not? I'll start an Instagram page and I'll call it Rock Balance India.
Yeah. That connects.
Because right now I'm in India, Right now this is my domain. This
Right.
is the land I know.
Correct.
This is the terrain I know. So Rock Balance India, that's how it happened. I went on Instagram, started posting pictures, videos. Initially, nobody knew me 3 months ago, by the way.
Now he has over 10,000 followers. So you must be one of them. You must follow.
And all of this has come
Lin-
very organically to me.
Yeah.
To be honest, the people I used to admire and talk to, they
Yeah.
started following my work on Instagram. They started
That is
sharing
always
my work.
so wholesome.
And I can't tell you, these guys, the community is so good. The Rock Balance community, global community is amazing. These guys teach you everything. They support you. They won't follow you right away.
They're like,
they
I'll
will
help you,
they
but
will
from a
wait. They will wait
distance.
for you to create just the right kind of balance.
Yeah. They're
And
like,
then,
are you serious? Should
and
I
then
invest my time in you?
they'll follow you, and then they'll groom you.
Right.
They're amazing people. And in India, it's just me and Gautam as of now. And then there are others, but you'll only see two of us on internet.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of other rock balancers who are a part of Rock Balance India, who are fantastic balancers,
Right.
who are better than me. I would go to the extent of saying they're better than me, and I'm so proud of them, and I'm so glad that it happened because of Rock Balance India.
Right.
And that's what I want for myself and for my community.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And having said that, let's now just do a small rock balance,
Sure, I'll demonstrate it to you.
demonstration so that people know what we're talking about. So let's
Correct.
just do it here. I can hold the mics.
I'll have to like go looking
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah, that's
looking
fine.
for rocks.
Just a simple one, nothing too fancy. So I can hold the mic while you find the correct rocks.
I'll demonstrate something very simple.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm balancing a rock onto another rock, I have to establish 3 points of contact. But in this case, there are more than 3.
Right.
So it won't look very interesting.
Right.
But what if I balance it like this? So I have found the first point of contact. I have found the second point of contact. I'm looking for the third one.
Right.
The bottom rock is wobbling a lot. So for the sake of our podcast, I will now externally support it a little so it doesn't wobble. So we find the third point. So I have found all 3 points of contact.
Okay.
But the center of mass of this object is causing it to the positioning of the center of mass is causing it to fall on one of the side, fall
Right.
towards one of the sides. So we need to cancel the movement now.
Right.
So I've got a general idea about where the 3 points are,
Yeah.
and this is where I need to go quiet. Okay, so it's not working out. We need to try a fresh approach. So as you can
Wow.
see, there are more than 3 points of contact here,
Right.
but it's balanced in a very interesting way.
Yes. I have to take a video of this. I'm sorry. And one of the things that is so
So it's
interesting.
something very simple.
It is simple.
We go very complex with this. We do some very complex balances. But since we are podcasting, I wanted to demonstrate it quickly.
Right. And it is like till the point where it happened, it was like, I'm figuring it out.
It took us, I think, about 5 minutes.
Yeah. But
It takes anywhere between 2 seconds to 20 minutes.
but when it happened, it was like a snap. You're like moving, done.
So
How-
I have to go quiet because I have to do exercise deep breathing.
Yeah.
Right? And when I do that, my whole body functions go down.
Right.
They slow down.
That is fascinating to me. The fact that it is just such a primal thing that it's just rocks.
Yeah.
It's not easy. And how does it feel when you finally you're like okay, figuring it out? I think it is that figuring out part is so interesting. So you're just like figuring it out. Okay, 1 point, second point, third point.
So you go through so many emotions when you're scrolling over your phone, right?
Yeah.
On Instagram. On Instagram, when you're scrolling, you see a video of a hot girl flexing.
Yeah.
Then you see an athlete.
Yeah.
Then you see a puppy.
Yeah.
Then you see a kitten.
Yeah.
Then you see some sort of a road accident. I don't
Yeah.
know. These are different things you see, and you feel so many things
Correct.
while you're scrolling, and your brain is barely able to process all of those emotions that you're feeling constantly at your fingertips.
Yeah.
Similarly, here you're going through a lot of emotions,
Correct.
just not in a manner where there is control over it.
Right.
When it's happening on Instagram, there is control over you.
Yeah.
But here, there is no control over you.
Right.
You are consciously doing it. You are putting yourself through all those emotions.
Correct.
Those emotions are not imposed on you, unlike on Instagram
Right.
Reels.
Those are just emotions coming out of you.
हाँ. Here what is happening is you're feeling frustrated. नहीं हो रहा है, फिर हो रहा है, फिर होपफुल भी लग रहा है, फिर ऐसा लग रहा है अभी हो जाएगा, फिर हो ही गया था यार और अभी वो गिर गया. Now I need to start again.
Yeah.
Now I have to start with a fresh approach. Shit, man. Disappointment, ambition,
Hope.
hope. You're exercising these emotions at a pace which you're used to actually, but
Right.
in a very controlled setting.
Correct.
Here you're experiencing them in a very independent manner. Secondly, you go through, you make, let's say, I'm not sure about the actual numbers, but approximately you make 20-25 decisions in a minute.
Right.
है ना? As a liver.
I just remembered Ori. I'm a liver, guys.
Yeah.
Sure.
But when you're balancing rocks,
Yeah.
you're making approximately 70 to 100 decisions a minute.
Oh.
Yeah.
All-
वो ऐसा हिल रहा है, वो मान ही नहीं रहा है, उसको ऐसे घुमाओ, अरे ये स्मूथ टेक्सचर है, रफ टेक्सचर है. So when you're
इधर ditch
balancing-
है, इधर नहीं है.
So you're feeling a lot of feelings and you're thinking a lot of thoughts
Right.
and you're making a lot of decisions.
Right.
And I'm sure that must help somewhere.
Yeah, it must.
And that must help with something.
I think.
And it definitely gets you into the flow state though. And
That is
इससे ना आपका ध्यान प्रमाणित हो जाता है. ध्यान हुआ है, नहीं हुआ है. अब ये लग गया तो ध्यान हुआ ही है यार. तभी तो हो पाया.
It is quantification. of-
डीप ब्रीदिंग किया है, तब कहाँ जाके मैं स्टिल हुआ हूँ, और मैं स्टिल हुआ हूँ, अपने अंदर स्टिलनेस ढूंढी है, तो मैं उसको मैनिफेस्ट भी कर पाया हूँ.
Right. That is a fantastic. I've had a fantastic time talking to you about all of these things because this is one thing that I love is listening to other people. Like the conversations have become in recent times my favorite thing to do because it takes me out of my brain.
I hope I did a good job as a podcaster.
You
This
definitely
was my
did.
first time appearing on a podcast.
Definitely did. It didn't feel
But I'm
like
really I'm looking forward to explore this. I explore podcasting a lot more,
right.
and I just started with you because I have so much to say. I feel that I have so much to talk about.
Right.
which might help inspire others, and I would go to the extent of saying that might educate them as well
That
about
is
this
true.
new art form.
Definitely, you have educated me about this art form. So I'm very grateful.
You're most welcome to join anytime.
Definitely, definitely. If you haven't followed him for some reason, I don't know why you're doing that. Please do. It's definitely a good way of spending time on Instagram. So, with that being said, this is Saurabh Rajput, and we will see you on Instagram or somewhere else. But definitely subscribe, like all of that social media bullshit, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you.